Welcome to another Sardegna stream. This is the GTM race, and I'm joined by half of the American population. So I have Smack, Alikos, Azriel, and Revs, and Panda if he comes off mute. He's not quite American, but
And
it's
Smack.
close enough.
And
Yeah, he
Smack.
said me. He said me.
Huh?
I heard him say me.
So
Hello.
we're going to go through the AM race. We'll try our best not to talk over each other, but yeah.
It's the finale of the last season all over again. When we had a million people in here.
Yeah, it was great then. What we
So
starting
we'll,
with?
we'll quickly go through the grid first for qualifying. So we had Revs on pole, Smack in P2, Couch in P3, Shippo in P4, Ronnie P5, Jay in P6, Bibby P7, Tom P8, Charles in P9, MC P10, and that's it. So without further ado, we'll get this race going.
So I haven't watched this or seen the results, so I'm going to predict. I'm going to say
I'll
Smack,
keep my mouth shut then.
Smack in P1, Jay in
Shippo,
P2,
trying to get stuck in there.
I had a really bad start right there.
yeah, Revs in P3, Shippo P4,
Oh, MC a little bit wide.
Yeah.
Ronnie P5.
Ronnie's going side by side with Bibby.
And I'm going to predict that MC takes someone out.
I like the predictions. Those were good. Interesting.
But so far, you are incorrect. Everyone has got through lap 1 unscathed. And we have Couch, who's the newest driver, in the lead at the moment. Jay's managed to make up some positions as well from P6 up into P2.
Shippo holding a nice P3. Me struggling with poor start.
So the people that
What
did
is-
race it, what did you find of this track this week?
I really like this track. It was a money grind for so long, so it's pretty smooth for me at least.
Bibby and Tom side by
I
side
pretty
there.
much came into it with no experience on it at all, so practicing all week really helped.
Yeah,
That's
Revs and I
pretty
do a lot of
much really
practice.
all the tracks for me, except for like 3.
It's this corner right there, the really quick
Yeah.
S that can make or break a race.
I think this, because it's got so many decent length straights, it just promotes the close racing because you're just in slipstream all the time.
Yeah.
One, if you get that fast left wrong, then it's going to compromise you for this exit on here. So that sets up battles too.
Sebi's in,
Right
Smack's
into the
in,
pits,
Ronnie's in.
all
So
three.
I probably should have started with this. So this race, if you are watching it and haven't watched any of the others, all 3 tire compounds need to be used.
Yeah, having to use hard, medium, and soft in 2 different races with 2 different lap lengths, that was fun to try to figure out strategies for both. But luckily, you know, we have Azriel, Alikos, and Fish that do that as well, so we kind of get what they're going to do.
So now use 3 or 4 have pitted. It's left a little bit of a gap in the train. So now these top runners have a chance to run away. So Jay leading on softs, Shippo on mediums, and Rev stayed out one extra lap on hards as well. All 3
Yeah, I
tires in the
figured
top
I
3.
had that pace to keep up with them, I get another lap in.
3 separate
Huh.
races going on.
How's Shippo getting on with his Lambo?
He's
Uh,
extremely unlucky to start off with the season.
Yeah, if he doesn't get hit.
Yeah, he's been had a lot of incidents.
So he's abandoned. My Renault brother has abandoned his Renault.
The Renault family has been disbanded.
You abandoned the Renault family.
I did.
You did.
So this
I
is what's
wanted-
interesting. This is what's interesting about this race. We got 2 clear groups now. We've got all the cars in the front who still have yet to pit in the top 5, and then we have another group at the end who have pitted on lap 1. We won't really know where all these cars are going to end up until the very last set of pit stops are all completed. Which I think will be quite interesting. We just have to keep an eye on. Revs has just gone in, so if we just keep an
Sebi
eye on
went on
the.
mediums. Ronnie went on mediums.
This is what I liked about this race is there's just so many different strategies. It's
Yeah.
Keeps you guessing.
There's another likes
Don't-
of Seb and Ronnie and Smack at the rear of the pack. I've got a lot of nice clean air to just drive straight into.
Here comes Revs.
Couch overtakes him on that pit exit. Also, don't pay attention to my livery too much. It's accidentally from another league.
Oh, that means you're banned from screen time now. We'll just quickly flick back
It
up
looks
to the top.
exactly the same, just like 3 different logos.
This is the last race that I had with my old livery. I switched things up a little bit.
Shipper's still managing to hold on quite well to the back of Zoro, stretched the gap a little bit.
What tires is Zoro on?
Zoro's on softs.
Soft. Yeah.
And they've both managed to pull away from Tom and Charles behind as well. So just got to keep, it's quite hard to do, but you just got to keep an eye on the gaps in between all the other cars. And kind of predict where everyone's going to end up. At the moment, I think our closest group of cars is 5th downwards.
Yeah.
I'm gaining on Ronnie.
Yeah, you're still just plugging away right there.
We'll go on board with someone
Ooh.
for a lap as well after.
Wide for Revs right there. I would be surprised if there was a single person that didn't have a wide moment there during.
Oh yeah, I
the
had
race.
more than one.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Smack, as you are here, you can give us a run through on board of a lap of Sardegna.
Alright,
Whilst battling.
Coming down the straight, go as fast as you can, especially if you got somebody to tow you down. Use the slip until it doesn't become effective anymore. If you're going to pass on the first turn, go to the inside. Don't try from the outside. It's a little bit more sketchy. Take that inside line, dive down hard, and on the gas. Rev first out, second gear, third gear, rev it, fourth gear. I'm maybe going to hold fourth. Nope, not this time. Down to second, back up to third. Down to first.
A lot of different lines you can take through there.
Yeah, there's 3 or 4 different lines you can take through there. Of course, it'd be faster than the others. So, in this turn, I take in second gear. I wait for like a see that light on the inside of the turn. There is my gas point or whatever. It's like a sunbeam coming through the wall or something.
I feel like we should do these before to give everyone tips rather than after.
Yeah, power up the hill as best you can. Coming, I brake at the 100 marker. And then on the brakes until I see the stop sign, off the brakes, back on the gas.
It'd be easy to hit the inside there.
Yes, it is very. I do it.
And then one of the most infamous corners on this track.
Up to 5th, back to 3rd, for a second back up to 4th. Oh yeah, baby, wide. Then down to 1st here, and once again I use there's a sign or something I use to let off the brakes there. This corner is pretty much just flat out. You just hold on to the gas and
Easy
Got
by
it.
yourself, but you see in a lot of the battles going side by side through there is really, really tricky.
the track gets squeezed down to a point almost, and you really gotta be on your game to be right next to somebody through there, or you're gonna both pay. But yeah, they back up here on Shippo now.
It's looking pretty spread out at the front.
Yeah, gaps are starting, but I mean, all of them are on different tyres, and Tom's done really well to get up to 3rd since he started relatively far back. Had someone else dive into the pits as well.
Yeah, I see that. I was wondering if someone was just sitting in the
Someone
pits
has
or
been
what.
sitting in the pits. Oh no.
Bibby. Switch to softs.
He
Maybe
was
that
on
was
mediums before that, wasn't he?
maybe that was for damage.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of that makes sense for that.
Oh, is this on heavy damage?
Yeah, this is the Sunday race.
Okay.
If you haven't watched the streams back, Azure, and you have some time, I would suggest watch these ones back, and anyone else who's watching, because they are top-notch races.
Every time I do a commentary with Chunky, it seems to be the greatest race. So that GT race is really, really fun to watch. And of course, our race We
You might have just talked yourself into a permanent position there as Alikos.
yeah, me and Chucky every time.
Love it. It's great.
Who's commentating this weekend?
I think.
Don't know yet. We will see. We're meant to be talking about this race though, Alikos. Asriel.
Yeah, I didn't know if you had the AM guys doing heavy damage or not.
Yeah,
We're on heavy. We do everything y'all do except for laps.
Couch said, what a great start, that grey GTR got off the line.
I
Yeah,
mean,
dude.
that's
his
fair though, because I mean, doing a full length race and then immediately having to turn around and do another one afterwards to be qualified for classes,
Yeah.
a lot.
We do
So
do
what-
a lot of laps on Saturday.
Who moves on to the GT race? What's the top, like
So
5
this
or
week,
6 or something?
so this week it was the top 4. So we raced GT
Top
with
4.
we raced GT with 14. So we get the GT AM drivers that qualify will get additional points towards their AM championship as well as points within the GT championship as well. So I mean, if you had a very high performing GT AM driver, they have the opportunity to technically win 2 championships on a
All right,
Sunday.
so top 4 are sweating it.
Yeah, basically.
All right.
It's good.
I think this is where I started gaining on him a little bit.
Yeah, you revs with the fastest lap.
Zara J's just dropped into the pit on softs. It's quite early, I think, on softs. Right.
Oh,
This
he's
is
gonna
where he
squeeze
gets.
you off the road.
Well, no one's
not-
going to make it easy for anyone, Azrael.
Well, that's not very nice. Squeeze him off the road.
Gets better.
Another fastest lap from
Rose
Revs.
getting another fastest
Yeah, I
lap.
had really good pace for those 2 laps there.
And on mediums. As we have some soft runners that not as fast so far.
That GTR is becoming quite a popular pick.
As we see 2 of them battling side by side.
That's what I'm saying.
Seems to be a pretty good car.
We've also got Smack and Zara quite close together as they've come out of the pit. Zara moved on from the softs onto the hards, and I think he pitted quite early on them softs, in my opinion anyway, so...
Yeah, lap 6.
Lap 6 he
is,
fitted.
it's too early, but
Maybe he knew something we didn't. I mean, I know that Evo is quite understeery, so maybe the tyre wear just affects it a little bit more in terms of pace.
yeah, true. Who knows? I never drove it. Oh well, that's not true. I drove it once.
Did most people just do 1 lap on the hards?
Yeah.
Most
some of
people
them
did in the. I think in the AM race, I think that's definitely viable. In the Pro, it wasn't quite as clear cut. The FR cars still struggled a little bit to do. What many laps? 35, 36? It still struggled a little bit to
35.
do the 20 something odd laps you needed to do on mediums and softs. You could do it, but it was definitely sketchy.
Yeah.
Flick back up to these
Well-
2 again as these are closest on track.
Alikos, you won the pro race, didn't you?
hmm
Yeah, what was your strategy?
I pit on 1, and then I pit on 23. So hard, medium, soft.
It would have been an interesting race. We got into a battle at the end with Panda on old mediums, me on wornish, well, me and you on pretty fresh softs, and it was basically a battle of who could get past Panda first.
hmm I mean, you came up to the back of me pretty fast, so you definitely had the pace. Just your tires fell off by the time you had an opportunity to pass.
Panda put on a stellar show. He's been spending all that time with Jake, and he's giving him all his defensive classes. I think he would not let us pass for about 3 laps. I think. But it was a good race, very enjoyable race.
I think I know what's coming up.
Wasn't it like
We battled for a few laps straight. Like it was
Yeah,
a
you
good
did.
battle too.
And I was just cruising along.
That's really how I was getting the fastest laps, because I was using the draft off of him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Did you not find the
So-
dirty air like really bad, especially through the corner you've just gone through?
Yeah.
It'll throw you off so hard sometimes, though. You're being bold, just so you know.
I was also trying to pressure him.
Yes.
Looks like we've got another potential move here with Ronnie and Zorro. Just realised
So
Ronnie's
about-
Lambo has mascara on
Swirly.
it.
Like more than half the people here are new. Is that right?
Yeah. Go back up to
Stalker
uh,
Charles, Rev,
Stroking.
Sebi. I guess
Not
Zorro
yet.
is technically new, but he was in podium.
Not yet. Two more laps.
Something like that.
These two.
Zorro's stayed
Oh,
out.
they did get
Zorro's
past.
still on these hards.
But I did get by him, I think, that lap that we're on.
So has Bibby found a friend now? Him and MC.
Nope. Maybe
Nope.
still all
No.
alone.
No.
Yeah, he's had two 2-minute laps on, so I'm guessing he must have had damage and we missed it.
Chippa's still holding on to first right now, running away on those mediums.
This is what Chunky and I were talking about in our stream, though. It's like when you start on the mediums, you go along, kind of gives you a false sense of security. You're like, oh, I'm leading, but everyone else has done their stops already, so you don't really know where you're at.
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
make the pass on Subby that lap.
Yep. You did make the pass back there somewhere.
At the hairpin?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think maybe. Gonna come down the straight stretch.
Have you and Sebi done the same strategy? Very
Yeah.
similar at least, other than you did a couple of extra laps on the hard tyre.
Yeah.
Squeeze him down to no
Squeeze
track
it.
there.
Payback.
Gotta give space. Whoa.
Trying to
Nice.
get the switch
Nice
back.
corner.
Yeah, it was great.
Got the slipstream again down on the inside. No. No.
Make the
Cut off.
move there.
Oh.
Pushes him off. Pushes him right off.
I think
The
that's
classic
it's such an inviting corner to do that though, because everyone wants to swing outside. It's just a gap that, yes, there's a gap, but it's never going to stay. It's
It's
always
not
going to
there.
close.
It's not going to work. But you always got to be looking behind you, because it depends on the guy, but there's a lot of guys that'll be sticking their nose in there, just
Yeah,
looking for any opportunity.
as I say, especially when you got people same strategy, stuck in slipstream, you just want to get past. But that is a very risky. It's a very hard move to do because that gap is always going to close.
Well, and even if you do make it on the inside there, then you're on the outside for the next corner.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not a wise move to pull. More dangerous than anything. But
MC and
Happens.
Tom very close together. Tom's on his hard, so let's see how many laps Tom does on hards. Chipper at the moment looks like he has got a pretty solid gap to Sebi and yourself, Revs.
oh,
MC's really wide coming
she
out
hit
of
the
that fast
wall. I
left.
think she may have hit the wall right there.
Did she end up using the wheel for this?
I think that was her first wheel race, yeah.
I was gonna say it's interesting with the AM class, because I feel like the tracks affected a lot more. I mean, obviously MC, like you said, is on the wheel now, but I feel like it's a lot more likely for someone to really have an off race, like you see with J Bibby at the end. So it like really mixes everything up.
Yeah, it's consistency over all the tracks, and if you can do that, that's the hard thing. I know I suck at a few of them, so we'll see.
No. Well, that's the beauty of the AM class, isn't it? It's balanced by the fact that you've got lots of new drivers in here, lots of opportunities for people to still race and be competitive in the whole championship, which I think is a real positive, rather than run with such mixed classes that we had last season, or just as how everyone has gotten so much faster.
Yeah.
So I heard that Smiley has a wheel now. Did he run Sardegna with the wheel?
No,
No.
it was still on the controller for that.
He bought the T598.
It's overtaking everything.
It's a good affordable wheel, man. That's the whole thing about it. Like, it's just affordable. And like, it comes with pedals. Like, dang, it's good.
Rev's catching back up slowly to the back of Sebi, and if I look behind, Smack is on his way there as well.
Yeah, I'm just cruising along. Patience was my motto here in this race. Just patience.
It's kind of how you got to play the races when you're in the 911, though, because you are always going to lose spots at the start, and you just kind of got to make your way up.
Yep. Like, I don't know how my tire wear is compared to theirs, but just almost the same.
Well, yours is probably slightly better than Sebi's, who pitted lap 1 with you, I think.
Yeah.
And then Rev's obviously an extra lap.
Mm-hmm.
So this now is purple at
Shippo's
the
way up
moment.
there.
Oh, I
He
just
hasn't
clipped
pit
someone.
as many times as these guys, though.
Pitt hasn't at all. He hasn't pitted all yet. Whew. Yeah. Sheesh.
Let's see if Revs is still purple through this next sector line. Did have a slight contact with the wall.
Sebi, yeah.
Does anyone remember what the fastest lap on Pro was?
41.2. Chunky was on pole. I don't know about in the race, but I know that's what the pole time was.
No, it's down this time.
Little wiggle.
Have a little flick through the field. Unfortunately, we don't obviously get the gaps with the cars, but Ronnie
what I was
now
gonna
has
say.
built a bit of a
think
gap
the
to.
Pit loss is like 23 seconds.
Yeah.
So if we could see it, then we have an idea of where everyone's going to come out.
Yeah, I think it's quite important. It makes it, you can kind of work out the race when you've got it on when it's live. On the replay, it doesn't have it. So Ronnie's managed to pull a little bit of a gap now. Look on Zorro, who's still on the hard tyres.
Yeah, it's a long time to go on the hards, and
MC's diving in now
long
off
on
the
the
softs. Bibby's made
is
up
in
a
front
position.
of Tom. Yeah.
I think Tom's done 2 pit stops very quick. Yeah, he's done lap 9 and 10. He's pitted twice. So, and Bibby's done all of his stops, but he's got to take these tyres another 13 laps.
Tom's doing the Panda strat. Soft, hard, medium.
Finish it on the mediums. Our race leader still circulating around in first, still on the mediums.
13 laps in.
Yeah, just look at how little that tire wear is after half of the race on the mediums. That just shows like this track, the tire wear is not high at all.
Yeah, he has super consistent laps too. I mean, 44.6, 44.8.
Well, he's making it less
44.
consistent by going faster.
True. Yeah, in the AM race, I was able to take my mediums in the Porsche 25 laps.
Yeah.
Super consistent racing from Shipper.
Tire wear was not an issue.
No.
However, this week,
Complete
Ridiculous
opposites.
tire wear.
Flip it on its head.
and with the threat of rain at Autopolis as well.
It's just like,
I really hope it rains, if I'm honest, because I've got no other chance otherwise. The MR cars are so much better on their tyres.
I'm good with any kind of weather. I'm good for it.
Yeah,
Sounds
honestly, even in mine, I'd be down for it.
I mean, we'll have to do it later that day anyway, but yeah, this was a really fun race. I did enjoy it. It was, I mean, not all alone, but I was all alone.
I suppose it must have been quite frustrating for you though a little bit, because you was catching, and then every time they get to a straight section, you'll look like you're just outside the slipstream, and then they pull away again.
Yeah, they're definitely, the GTR is definitely faster in a straight line than the Porsche is, for one. And so every time we get on this straight up here, you'll watch them just kind of chug down the track away from me just some, and I'm like, okay, sounds good. Get to the turns, and I'm gonna catch you again, and up, straight by. See you in a minute. Like, sounds good.
And Smack got to watch a lot of mine and Sebby's battle throughout this like section.
Not gonna lie, I was praying for y'all's downfall the whole time.
I know. And the roles reversed when you were battling him.
Yeah, you want.
I was like, please, just take each other out, please,
Just
please.
give me the open. Spread the waters, please.
Because like I was so salty and upset about what happened a few laps back with me and him that the whole race I was like, I hope he just runs off. Please, just let it happen.
He was. Revs was pretty upset about getting
I was
pushed
very
off.
heated. I'm not gonna lie.
And I was like, just breathe, brother. You're going to be fine.
But now I'll crack open a cold one with him. I don't care. But at the moment I was very
Yeah.
Couch is in the comments,
time.
and he says, "Believe it or not, I hope the same."
Yeah. We all do. You know,
all love here in the GTM class, clearly.
Yeah, it's gentlemen's rivalries. That's
And at
what
the
it
moment
is.
as well, Couch has took your fastest lap stroke, so.
Yeah.
In my rivalry,
He's
my
close,
rival
though.
is
He
sitting
had a
up there
lot
in
better
first.
pace further in.
Oh, there you go. This has got to be move around the outside here now.
I haven't even got really to race Shippo this whole season. It's just kind of been like,
Oh, and almost switched back underneath. That was nice.
Well, you see in this race, you're on completely different strategies, so you
I
have
know.
more way to risk.
maybe this week that'll change. Hope so.
Yeah.
Nice. That was pretty good.
Ooh. I was thinking he had to defend that, and then he just tried it at the last second. But now he'll probably have the run coming through here.
Made the
Gonna have
move
the
stick.
slipstream.
He's a bit too close, though. He's not going to get that much of a run.
Shippo's in
Shippo's
the pit.
in.
Yeah. I think Azra
Good.
may have said that too.
There he comes. Go for the inside.
And me in the pit. Can you believe it?
Ooh.
Ooh, tiny bit of contact there.
So did you think about defending the inside there?
The way I was running my lines, he was able to take advantage of that almost every lap, and then I'm not gonna spoil it, but you'll find out soon.
So you felt more comfortable on the outside?
Yeah, I felt a lot more comfortable on the outside there, but I noticed when I was running the inside line, I was a little bit faster, but I wasn't consistent with that turn on the inside.
Yeah, when you tighten yourself up on that exit, especially with the FRs, then yeah, you can definitely get squirrely.
Yeah, when I would come out of that turn, I felt like a train off tracks, just trying to like stay in place.
The tires are spinning, but nobody's home.
What did Shippo come out on?
Hard to think. Yeah. So he'll probably do one lap and then dive back into the pits.
Yeah, I think that's what he did.
Is he the last one to have another pit stop?
I feel like
everybody's
there
got
is
one more.
another.
Except me. I've done all my stops now.
Bibby's done all his stops. Tom's done all his stops. Jay's done all his stops as well.
Oh yeah, so these guys in front still have another soft
Yeah.
stint to do. Okay. So Shippo's still in good spot.
He's gonna dive in here, I think. Yep.
That hard tyre was not very fast round this track though. if
Let's
I'm
just
honest.
be real, the hard's horrible everywhere.
Yeah,
Do
even
better.
on Autopolis with that crazy tire wear, I was testing it out on the hards, and they're still not viable.
I made the pass on Shippo. He's out the pits now.
Got that move done in the pit stop. So you're both on
That's what I
softs
was
and
kind
out to
of
shoot out.
worried about with Shippo, with him doing those 2 stops in a row. He might have got caught in traffic, but he's got clean air.
Yeah, so now he's sweating for fourth. He's gotta make
Gotta
it
go
work
back
if
up
he
to
wants
the-
to move on.
Got to go back up to the front here, whereas these two are still nose to tail.
Would you hit the inside there?
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
I was doing really good, and then I hit the inside, and I was like, oh. But he did that.
Ooh.
He did that, and I caught right back up.
Side by side.
I gave him space right there. Cause I
Yep.
did
Go
Oh, a
for the
little bit
cutback
deep.
though. Ooh,
Nice.
yeah, there you go.
Nice.
But of course, he had to run again because he's right there.
You gotta
I believe he did
defend
have
that
to run.
inside on this turn.
Yeah.
No, we did pit this lap.
Ooh, he was close to that pit line.
Yeah,
too.
I was thinking that.
See, he had damage from hitting the wall.
Oh, I
Like
see
said,
that.
He
it
does.
worked out in his favor pitting like that. We were exactly same tire wear, I believe, and fuel.
Same fuel.
He had a little bit more wear.
But if he's got to repair damage though, you'll jump
He
in.
hit one lap before you.
Yeah. But this is where I messed up. He got a little less fuel than me, and I think he came out right in front of me. No, he didn't.
No, because
No,
he had to
Somebody
repair
came out in front of
damage.
me. Somebody had came out in front of me.
Oh, smack
Yeah.
hit.
I said, hello, goodbye.
So
For a long while.
all that patient waiting behind has paid off.
Yeah.
I did a
Wasn't involved in the
43-1 for the
That was
fastest
the
lap.
hammer time lap right there.
Yep, and then, yeah, it was. I was like, they're in the pits, I gotta go. I was like, gotta take first, gotta run away. Run.
So Ronnie's in first.
Still has
Still
to
has to
pit.
pit. And
At
you're
this
still going
moment,
purple
Couch
this
said
lap.
he was settling for P3.
Yeah.
And see, on my outlap, I was slowly gaining on him, which was kind of surprising to me. But he was a lot more consistent than I was.
Kind of seems like you guys are going to be battling all season long.
Yeah, we're very similar driving
Yeah.
styles anyway, so.
It transfers to real life because we do a lot of stuff in real life too.
Yeah. Mountain road shit. Stuff. Sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say, you are live. Please do not swear.
I'm so sorry. That's Sailor's
I'm
Mouth.
gonna
That's my bad.
have to put my Davina McCall on and that, like Big Brother, which is
I
a
understand.
UK thing that you guys will not get. So I was wasted.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Ronnie's in the
You
pit now.
could
We'll
be
let
making
from the
stuff
lead.
up. We have no idea.
I understand. I won't do it again.
So you're top three now. Net top three. Smack, Revs, Couch, Shippo will jump Ronnie.
And Zoro looks like.
And Zara.
Barring any mistakes.
Ronnie comes
Who
out
did
into
I?
sixth.
What was my top 5 prediction? It was
It's
Smack
pretty
in
good.
first.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
If you had Shippo up there, I don't remember.
Yeah, I think Shippo's in third.
I had Shippo up there.
Shippo in second, or Shippo in third, and then Revs in third, I think is what you said.
I think I had Zoro in second or third, and Strokes or Revs in third.
I don't think you knew about Sebi at all.
Yeah. No, I mean, did you guys? I mean,
No.
Because in qualifying, I was like, like, what is going on? Like, this dude's like beating my times and Smack's times at the same time. I'm like, where'd he come from? He wasn't in the first few races, and I was
Yeah.
just confused.
well, that's why.
Oh, he's gonna start
Spoilers.
blushing in the comments at the moment.
Yeah, literally. I was like, who is he? I've never heard of him
Like,
before. I didn't
when
see
I
him
got
try.
pole, he had the fastest lap before me. And when I beat, I was like take that. And then I guess it kind of karma got me later in the race when everything happened. But it was a really good battle because we stayed with each other for like I'd probably say a good 13 laps almost.
Yeah.
Us top three, it was a sweaty battle. Had to be very consistent and keep your line.
Well, you'll
I
only
grabbed
be
the
seeing
fastest
him
lap
in
on that one.
GT class now.
Yeah, I know.
If you didn't see.
I saw.
Oh, he got promoted.
He did, sir.
Okay.
As the first 2 races of the season was missed, and he managed to get into GT on his first race, and we needed GT drivers. I thought with his pace
And
on the fact that he was on the back foot from the AM class, we could just move him up and fill the empty spot we had. If he'd started from the beginning in the AM class, then we wouldn't have been able to do it. 16 viewers watching. Who do they want to see? I think we go back up to Smack in the lead. I think.
Who has the most fans here
Oh.
in this race?
Who has the most fans in this race?
I think everyone likes Shippo.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Ship.
Yeah.
All alone.
Ship's my boy.
All by myself.
I think after the races that he's had over the last couple of rounds, driving at the top, no incidents, is more than happy for Schiffer.
Yeah, I felt real good for him, honestly. I was really happy for him.
And I think like
It's kind of funny
since he's been really consistent this whole race.
Since he's like your not sworn enemy, but I guess the person you've
Closest
targeted.
rival.
Yeah,
Your rival.
Yeah.
When I started ERL, I also picked Shippo as my rival.
That's funny.
I wanted to at least beat Shippo every race. It took me a little bit to get there.
Oh, we almost missed a move for the lead there. We'll stick on with these two at the moment, as they are quite close.
We did start battling for a good while. It was fun.
For my rivals, actually, when I started, both of them are the ones that we recruited for IROT at the beginning. I was like, I want to try to beat Dad every race, and then he joined. And then the second half of the season, I'm like, I want to beat Panda every race, and then he joined.
Yeah, welcome to IRT.
Yeah.
The race team for friends.
Can't beat them, join them. Is that was your approach?
Exactly.
A back marker situation here.
Yeah, MC catching up with her here in that good sounding Supra.
I used that car in season 2 before it got nerfed, and it was amazing. I really
It's not
liked
so
it.
good. Not good now.
Not now. Well, it's more balanced since that last BOP update. It's definitely more balanced. There's still obviously a tier list of all the cars, but
Yeah, lucky you guys were going on about that season finale of the second season, and I finally ended up watching it.
oh, the Nürburgring.
Yeah, that was a good race.
Oh, for the first I think hour and a half of that race, me and Scott were basically glued to each other, but I inevitably made a mistake because it is the Nürburgring, and then I fell backwards. I think
And
if
they
I
were
remember.
saying that your car got nerfed right before that.
Yeah. Well, no, it was nerfed, so I picked that car. Let's see if there's a move into turn 1, and then I'll. No, Rev's still sticking with that outside line. Smack easily defended inside. No, that car basically when the calendar came out, Monza was on it. And do you remember that time when we had Monza as a daily race, like 2 or 3 weeks in a row? I was using the Supra then, and I picked it for that one race, and it was the week before Monza that it got nerfed. It lost all its straight line speed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Looking for a move.
He's thinking about it.
You guys are giving space though. You're running super close to that wall though. That's what
Yeah.
Panda
this is
had
this is the beauty with this track. Well, the thing that promotes the racing with this track, all these battlings and these moves, that gap that you built to couch behind is
God.
halved at least since the beginning of the lap. There you go. He's pretty much there now.
Yeah, about to have a three-way battle.
Yeah, you guys should have been working together the whole time. fight it out for the win on the last lap.
We'll get there one day. No, we're not allowed. Remember, we're not allowed to team.
Ooh, that's wide. And now Couch is back in your slipstream.
Rev's already made himself clear of what his emotions were at this point, so I understand why he's.
I was at this point in the race, I was furious, and I was just ready for the race to end.
Yeah.
Like if anybody was listening to Smack and Mine stream, you could just hear me cussing the whole time.
Well, I was in the party with you. I remember.
Yeah.
Little contact.
No damage done. 42.2 as well is the fastest lap. That's a solid lap for AM class from Couch.
Yeah, it's cooking. Sorry.
Couch said at this point he wanted to work with you to catch him.
Oh, to catch me. Yeah.
That's a good idea. That's
All the Nissans teaming up on the Porsche.
Well, this next race, I hope you guys like the livery I put on my car because it's kind of funny.
He's got some new things.
I haven't even seen it.
That's good.
Did it after our little practice last night.
Oh, okay, that's what I thought. Because I thought I saw you with the blue livery still during the
It's
practice
still
race.
kind of blue, but half of it's not now.
Mhm.
I'll say that.
Couch, you've got
two-tone now.
Couch as you're on the stream listening. You've got a wheel and a pad. What was you racing on this race? I think it looks like a pad, but I'm assuming it's a pad.
A pad? What do you mean?
Controller.
Controller.
I couldn't do it if I had to. I would be so
Look at
bad.
what's coming up.
Ooh,
I thought,
Oh, yeah.
oh wow, that was a great move.
that was
Man,
good. That's why you've got to protect that inside.
yeah, he just stuck it right on that apex.
Took the bold chance and did it.
That was beautiful.
It's scary, but it works.
He's flashing his lights at the camera.
I think it's mapped to the shift button when you're on controller.
So he was on controller.
Yeah, he's just said he was on controller.
Revs and I both on the wheel, too.
Let's have a quick flick back through the field. So Shippo's still circulating in P4. We have Zorro, very similar lap times to Shippo, so I can't imagine him catching me over the next couple of laps in P5. Ronnie in P6 actually doing similar lap times to the leaders at the moment. Whether that's a bad strategy or a couple of bad laps earlier. Tom, P7, solid race from where he started. Bibby in P8, Charles in P9, and MC has been a little bit further back in P10. Get back to these three at the front. The only thing I did find is when you had multiple cars this close together, you just ended up in a train. And I think we had it in the sprint Alicos that if you're like in the middle of this sandwich, you have to be really careful when you attack because the car
It's the
behind
same
is just
thing
gonna
when you're
take.
behind me in pro, because I couldn't make a move. I had to wait for like a really good opportunity, which is what Sebi has to do right now, trying around the outside.
Ooh. Carried great speed
yeah,
through that corner though.
You always got to be aware of that guy right behind you.
My tire wear is starting to get to me here.
Ooh, he's looking for every opportunity right now.
Best form of defensive attack is what's going through Couch's mind at the moment by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Oh, smack a bit wide there.
A turn fights me some.
Ooh, up the inside. Oh, you're squeezing up.
He's got past. He's made the move.
It's a nice battle.
little bit deep.
One
was a
lap.
great move.
One lap
Now
to
it's
go.
a GTR sandwich.
Good battle.
Yeah.
Uh,
Scared to death.
Godzilla in front and behind.
Your front right
Revs.
and
Revs is not waiting. He's looking for a move. Oh, what's happened?
but I messed up. I messed up big time.
oh no! Oh no!
Where is Shipper?
He's
Was
coming.
not quite close enough.
Yeah, you had such a big gap, it didn't really matter there. For P3 at least.
So how close to P1 and 2?
He's got me.
Yeah, it looks like he's got it, yeah.
Your front and rear right tires are almost identical. Worn.
Yeah.
I almost believe it's probably because of that first turn.
Do you recall what brake balance you were using?
2 or 3 to the rear.
2 or 3?
I think it was 3 actually.
I was on 0 that whole time.
He was on 0.
Yeah, I've been running every race like that.
You're bad.
0 brake balance. He also runs 1 or 2 traction control, I think.
Yeah.
I'll use 1, 2, 2 in the race.
I use 0.
I think season
I
1
don't.
season 1 or 2. I can't remember what season it was. I ran 0 and every race I would crash without fail. For small mistakes, so for the sake of I mean, I don't actually think 1 is that much slower, but for the sake of it, I just put it on.
He did have a great last lap too. Pulled away with me a little bit. I had a couple of close little moments with him, but couldn't ever get a spot. He's faster than me in the straights and out of some of those longer corners.
Look at his fuel. Oh,
Yeah,
nothing left at the end.
toasted.
So 26 laps of Sardegna for the AM drivers. The Couch debut drive takes P1. Smack across the grass takes P2. Revs in P3. MC crosses the line P10. Shippo takes P4 in the Lambo. Great drive, great consistency again from Shippo. Zoro P5. Ronnie P6. Tom coming around the corner.
Fuel almost gone.
Tom to take P7. Bibby coming across the line in P8. I think he had a bit of a difficult race, couple of incidents.
Damage.
Yeah, looks like it, but when he wasn't having damage, he was still in the 43s, very similar pace to the guys in the front.
He's doing good. Just unfortunate.
And then Charles coming across the line P9.
Not a bad job. Just think he didn't have a strategy put together all the way.
And that's it. That's the race.
It was a good one. Enjoyed
It
it.
was. So next week, or this week now, we are at Autopolis, or Autopolis, however you pronounce it, which is very different to this track. There's a lot more twists, a lot more turns, a lot more corners and elevation and curbs that like to throw your car around, and more importantly, tyre wear. So let's see if we can get a repeat and have another really close race. Anything for you guys to add before we go?
Gonna be fun.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good luck, everyone.
Okay.
It's gonna be a tire wear nightmare.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna struggle.
Drive an FR car, and then you'll know what a nightmare is. Right, and thanks for all for tuning in, and we'll see you, Sunday.
Yeah.